What's up, man?
Nothing much. So last week I went to a movie theater. It's pretty funny. I work a night shift, and there's a movie theater right across the street from my work. Like no shit. And a couple of days before, I was like talking to someone because I don't know this town very well. And I was like, what's the movie theater across the street called? And they're like, oh, it's so and so. And I was like, okay. And I'm like looking online. I was like, all right, I'm calling in 2 hours late tomorrow. And they're like, why? I was like, oh, I'm going to go see a movie. And they're like, what movie? And I was like, am I going to open this door to these people I hardly know? Like, am I going to be like, oh, I'm going to go see Terrifier 3? And then open the door to be like, oh, yeah, what's that? And be like, oh, you know what I mean? Like,
Well, gather around, my friends.
yeah, yeah. So this is a scene from the first one. You'll notice this chick is hanging from her ankles, right?
Yeah. Watch
Right?
the Saw. You see it?
Yeah.
Are you watching?
So I was sitting
No,
there.
no. Watch right here.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm just gonna go see a movie, and then I eventually, showed them, and dude, I got ID'd getting into this movie. You guys haven't seen my face yet. We're doing the video after New Year's. I do not look like anything under 18. That shit sailed. And I sat there, I looked at the guy, I was like, for real? And they had a warning about the movie, like at where you purchase the tickets. And it was just this huge paragraph, it was like an essay. And I was like, oh, wow. I was like, what am I walking into right now? I was like, all right. And I was like, I heard the stories about people walking out at a premiere and one person vomited and yada, yada, yada. And I was like, all right, whatever. And so I showed him my ID. I went in and, we know what these movies are. And usually like, oh yeah, a lot of people walked out. It was the scariest movie ever. Usually those are like ploys, I guess an advertisement, and the opening to this movie, I was like, yeah, if any normal person, if you're in there to see a Halloween type movie or a Freddy Krueger type movie, you were misjudged. It's going to be intense for you. And I was like, yeah, that's true. These people walked out. I guarantee you they walked in thinking they were going to see, so-and-so and just skedaddled. So
what kind of person goes and sees a movie and starts with the third one?
Right. Yeah. Well,
seriously.
I just watched, there's a reel. I almost shared it to our page. It was this woman, this guy is videotaping this woman watching the opening scene to it. And just the sounds, exactly. Well, if you've seen the movie, you know exactly what's happening. And the lady almost screams. And she looks directly in the camera and she's like, this is not a family movie. He tricked her. He tricked this woman to get in there because it opens up like a Christmas movie. It really does. And it takes a 180-degree turn.
Well, shame on her.
Really fast. Yeah. So it was seriously, like, man. Dude, it was so funny to watch. And like, I knew the scene and I was like, yeah, that's the scene that crossed a lot of lines for a lot of people because, people have lines. I was talking to my dad about it and he goes, why would anybody want to watch that? Dismembering, disfigure. And I was like, I can't explain it. I literally cannot. No. Is it the thrill? Is it the... I don't know. There was people with an Apple Watch. Did you see that?
No.
Her Apple Watch kept going off because her heartbeat was rising so fast. Dude, Brandon, there's scenes in this that are super intense, especially in the theater. Like, there's a scene that involves a chainsaw, and it's so intense and so loud. I was like, bro. I was like, this is wow. And yeah, so after that, I was like, dude, Terrifier is breaking into the mainstream. And it's not letting up at all. And no. Yeah, so it's pretty wild for those who don't know. Pretty much these movies are the movies are called Terrifier, Terrifier, Terrifier 2, Terrifier 3, and it's gonna keep going. It sounds like it's gonna be about 4 or 5 movies before everything's wrapped up, which is very interesting
Mhm.
because that's like the first horror icon that it's gonna eventually, I think, be bled to death by studios like afterward.
Literally.
Yeah, and it involves a clown named Art, or Art the Clown, and it's created by Damien. I'm gonna butcher his last name. I've heard it said so many different ways because I was listening to interviews with him. It seems like a super cool dude. And
I can tell you right now what it is.
Leone.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, because
Yes.
everyone kept saying Leone. I was like, Then one guy was like, it's
No,
Leone.
Leone.
Yeah, Damien Leone. He started off with the Ninth Circle, which introduced Art the Clown. That was portrayed by Mike Giannelli. And what's crazy is that guy wasn't even an actor. He was just a friend of Damien and ended up getting the job before it went to David Howard Thornton, who is the king to me. Like, this guy, they couldn't have picked anybody better.
Oh, well, Leone said that the reason he went with him 100% is because he acts like a clown.
Wasn't he a clown? Wasn't he actually a clown?
I don't know about that, but he said just like knowing him for so long, just hanging out with him, he's a clown. He likes to goof off. He likes to be, stupid, dumb, ridiculous, like a lot of people are. And he's like, that's why we picked him. That's why we went with him.
Yeah.
So.
You know what's funny? And I shit you not, Brandon. I'll show you the text right now. My brother just texted me, 7:11 p.m. I want to see Terrifier 3. He goes, that dude who plays Art the Clown is amazing. What weird is that?
Yes.
And then he goes, when he comes out, he's watching 2 right now because he's been on the fence about going to see 3. And he goes, when he comes out with the mashed potatoes ringing that bell, kills me.
Oh my god.
Which we'll get to that. But so back to it. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good.
But dude, the guy's perfect. Like, when I saw the first one, the big lanky frame, the guy, he looks like he's freaking 6'5". I don't know how tall he is, but very lanky, and it adds to the like creepiness. Just how he almost seems stretched. Like, even his face is very thin and long and very intimidating looking. But the filmography, they started with the Ninth Circle. And then, have you ever checked out All Hallows Eve?
I've literally watched everything except
Attaboy.
Terrifier 3.
All right. Yeah. Well, that was cool. Like, they decided to do All Hallows Eve and put the Ninth Circle into it. If you notice, that's the first, skit. It's an anthology movie. And then Terrifier was the first motion picture with Art the Clown being the sole character. Terrifier 2, which came out in 2022. And now in theaters. Think of how long or how far this franchise has come from being a YouTube movie.
It was basically a short horror film.
Yeah.
Because Terrifier, the one after the Ninth Circle, they came out with Terrifier. And there was only like 15, 20 minutes long.
And it's awesome.
And that's a short. It was
Yeah.
I don't want to say YouTube short, but it was a horror short. I don't know if you've watched horror shorts on
have.
YouTube.
Oh yeah.
I should send you some your way. But
yeah.
And then after that, that's when it kicked into All Hallows Eves, and obviously that was a short one too. I think that was only wasn't that
No, I don't think so. I think that's just everything.
No, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of Ninth Circle being like 10 minutes, and then Terrifier being like 20 minutes or something.
Yeah, then there was another one with the painting where the guy paints Art's face.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude.
He went psychotic.
Yeah. So, which is interesting, going into the movies now, because Terrifier, I just can't believe how far it's come. They made Terrifier. He thought that was going to be it. He had that's it. And he started I forgot what it was called. It was a type of GoFundMe, and he was hoping for like somewhere around $30,000 in a day. In a day, one day, he had $250,000 to make that movie.
Jesus,
Which
man.
is why Terrifier 2 is so long and just goes balls out. Because he's like, this is it. This is the fans' money. I'm going to give them what they want. Maybe raise the ante a little bit. And it was really cool. And then Terrifier 2 takes off. It has a huge, massive cult following. And now we're Terrifier 3, and we're in motion pictures beating the Joker. Dude, taking Hollywood.
Like third place.
Hollywood head on. And beats the Joker. I mean, the Joker suffered like an 81% drop.
Dude, speaking of that, do you know Madam Web did better than the Joker?
There was no redeeming factor. After one, you said it was a musical, and then two, Lady Gaga. I could have gone either way with her, and then I was like, no, there's no way they're going that route. There's no way they're going that route. They went that route, and I heard it was the word of mouth is so bad on that. I have not heard anyone go, it wasn't that bad. No, I haven't heard that. I haven't heard anything good, and it's done. It's
so unfortunate.
It is
especially
unfortunate.
Having the first one
yes.
being so good.
Yes.
Like you screwed your.
There's no way.
You screwed it.
There's no way Todd Phillips didn't use that as a middle finger back to the fans. There's no way.
Oh,
that was intentional. Yeah. Everything about this was intentional.
I agree.
Yeah. So after that, I mean, they even have Joaquin Phoenix during the standing ovation, 11-minute standing ovation for this piece of crap at the film festival. And they have lip readers saying he leaned over to Lady Gaga and said it's terrible. And Lady Gaga was like in disbelief, like, really? Don't say that. So he might even hate it. I mean, it's just it's unfortunate. You go from $1 billion. Like, how do you not screw this up? Like, how do you screw it up? How do you screw it? You have $1 billion movie, and now you're making it's not even like a fraction, not even an eighth of it back. Like, doo-doo.
No.
So, anyway. So, Brandon, back to the number one movie in America, somehow. What was your first exposure to Art the Clown?
Man, dude. Well, to be honest, it was during COVID time, and I remember scanning through movies, and I came across Terrifier, and I didn't watch it because I was like, "What the fuck is this?" I first thought, looking at the cover and then reading everything, I thought it was just
the thumbnail on Netflix.
Yeah. I thought it was just like a D-rated movie.
Right.
I was like, "Fuck, no, I'm done. I don't even want nothing to do with that." But my buddy was the one who actually told me, he's like, "You need to watch this. Seriously." I was like, "Dude," I go, "That looked weird, dude." And so he showed me a small clip of Terrifier, and I was like, all right, let's see.
Yeah.
So I did. I ended up finally watching it, and I was like, "What the fuck was that, dude?"
Right.
Like, see, I was like, "Dude, that's what you showed me." Like, ain't that ridiculous? I was like, "Holy shit, man!" I was like, "How is that even a movie?" At one point in time, I'm like laughing at some of it, and I was like, "I can't believe this is like a real thing."
Yeah.
Like, it's like, seriously. Like, but yeah, so it was about 4 years ago. It was around COVID. I was home. I know for a fact I was home, and eventually just said screw it and watched it.
Right.
Yeah, it was wild, man.
Yeah. There was I was sitting there one night. I was just bored, and I'll always do this. I will literally go from streaming service to streaming service and check out the horror section sometimes. And I think this was around like 2018, and I'm like, there's nothing on, and I kept going past Netflix, and I saw the thumbnail, and I was like, man, that clown looks wicked. But I was just kind of like thinking about it, like, you know what, I'll go back to it. It kept streaming through, kept going through, and I kept thinking about that clown. What would turn out to be art? And I'm like, man, I think I'm gonna go back and check this out. Looks like a good. It just looks like a low budget. Let's check it out. Whatever, dude. I turned that on, and I'm watching it, and I'm like, this is sweet. Like, I love practical effects. I really do. And you notice right away the clown is very very charismatic, and very interesting. And the scene that sold me was when the girl, one of the friends, not Brooke. I'm not going to spoil anything. I really don't want to spoil anything for anyone here. But
Tara?
gosh, no. What was her?
You talking
Tara.
about the first one?
Yeah. Sorry,
Tara.
Tara. When she goes into the building to use the bathroom, and she's just walking back all nonchalant, and it's creepy. Like, she comes across the lady with the plastic baby doll, which is which is assuming a lot of people. Yes, a lot of people think it's the pale girl's mom. So anyway, we'll get to that. But so she comes back and she just opens the door, and there's Art standing still,
Boom.
just like
Yeah.
like a mime. And he's like, "Uh-oh, you caught me."
Dude,
and I was
at first you're like, is he real?
Yeah.
Because he's just standing there.
Yes.
Like all freaking...
Dude, it's when he knows not to
like
move.
a wild ass face.
Like when he freezes and makes those faces, it's like,
yeah.
ugh.
God,
it's really creepy. And after that,
ooh, shit, man.
Yes. And after that, I was like, oh, we're in some shit right now. And she ended up taking off and hiding. And there was a lot of suspense right there. I was like, this is what I've been craving. It's just the intensity. This guy's hunting her down in that garage or whatever. I'm like, all right, cool. This is going to be awesome. And, unfortunately, there's a scene in there that we reach off very quickly. And it's what I mentioned before, the girl hanging from her ankles. Dawn. Brooke's in the second one, Dawn. And I was like, no way. No way are they going to show... Like, they're not going to show anything. He's going to do it, but they're not going to show anything. Brandon, by the time he reached her belly button, all I could think about was... what was his name? Jimmy from Pulp Fiction. I'm going to get a fucking divorce.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to get a divorce. Like, I was like, if my wife walks downstairs right now... I am turning this. No. I had remote in hand, ready to turn it off. I was like, if she sees this, I'm done. I'm done. Like, yes, like I was like, she's gonna divorce me. This is it. And I was just like, oh my God. And I made it through, and the rest of the movie, I was just like, what am I watching? But I couldn't stop watching it because it's. If you were to remove all the insanity gore from it, I enjoyed it. Like, the story's not bad. It's a shallow story that I thought.
Lots of visual effects.
Yeah, I like
lots of practical. I should say, not
yeah.
visual. What am I talking about?
And I appreciate the practical effects. Yeah. But I was like, that was an enjoyable movie. It got there for a second, Like, I was like, my tummy was a little upset, and I was afraid I was going to get a divorce. But not bad, and I enjoyed it. I really liked.
Not bad.
Yeah, David Howard Thornton as Art the Clown. I don't know if you could get anybody else to do that.
No, I don't think so. He did a really good job.
Yeah.
He did a good job, dude.
Yeah. So,
wild.
And what was really interesting also is the whole trilogy is kind of Tarantino'd. If you notice, like, you see the victim at the beginning of the show talk about how she wishes she was dead. She has a disfigured face. And that girl ends up being part of the end. Which,
is that Victoria?
Yeah, which meaning Art is watching this after all of the events also. So you're actually at Terrifier 2. because he's watching what has already happened, if that makes sense, on the TV. And
yeah. That's right, because it's him and the pale girl, they're sitting
at
there.
the end, at the beginning of 2. Right. So it's kind of Tarantino'd a little bit.
He was all pissed off at Victoria for saying that shit.
And I do
about him,
And I do want to bring up something interesting pertaining to the pale girl, in the second one. But a lot
is that Victoria? Or is that Tara?
No, that's Victoria with the misshaped face. Tara gets.
Yeah. Okay.
Tara
gets. Yeah.
Tara.
I remember her.
Has something totally unexpected happens to her.
I remember now.
Yeah, you know what? Terrifier fans are watching this anyway. That was the part where I knew we were dealing with something different. Was Tara's death when she's dude when she's like has the upper hand. I'm like, all right, we're reaching the end. She's got him.
Yeah.
Capped.
Bow.
Boom. I was like,
what the fuck was that?
Yeah. I was like, a gun? He has a gun?
He's like, whatever.
Yeah. I was like, this guy.
Put that badge back.
Dude, rules out the window. Rules were all out the window. I'm like,
dude.
Homie has a gun.
Rules out the window in frickin' All Hallows Eve, dude. Like,
excuse me. Yeah. Yeah.
That was fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was just like, all right then. That's what we're going for. But so Terrifier 2. When did you actually end up catching Terrifier 2?
I think it was last year, actually.
Okay. Yeah, Terrifier 2 took a big turn because we went from one movie to where there's not much of a story to it, right? I mean, yet, two drunk girls are out and they come across Art the Clown. That's pretty much the gist of Terrifier 1. Nice, shallow, not too heavy. You're there for the practical effects. You're there for the simplicity of it. You're there for Art the Clown. He looks cool. He is cool. Well, luckily, we get, the fans, the fans spoke up. And we get Terrifier 2. And it opens up everything. Like a whole new story. We get Lauren Lavera as Sienna. I love her.
I know.
I love her so much.
I know. She's smoking.
She is. The first thing I saw her, I was like, wow, she's beautiful. And Elliot Fulman as her brother, Jonathan, who somehow has just stayed the same age this entire time. He's just gotten taller.
I seen a photo of him. He took his grandparents to see it.
He did not.
I had to show it to you.
I have full respect for this young man.
Yeah, I was like, get out of here, dude.
Full respect.
Now I gotta show it to you.
That is amazing. Oh, that's amazing.
I think it was that. Was that on Instagram? I think it was Instagram.
Cool.
Where's all my shit at?
That
I never have Instagram.
So funny.
Yeah. Anyways, keep going.
Well, it adds a whole new lore to it. All of a sudden, this little pale girl shows up. Art is obviously resurrected. Something supernatural happens. It's obvious with that. It's not that Michael Myers just gets up and walks away.
Well, he resurrected in the first one.
Yeah, he's resurrected. Yeah, at the end of the first one, but this just plays right after. And he's at the laundromat getting all cleaned up, and a pale girl shows up.
I know, right? He took his shit off. He's cleaning it.
But dude, that's what I love about it.
Which he did a phenomenal job getting the blood out of it.
Yes,
I'll tell you right now.
Yes, he was very, very clean.
Phenomenal job.
I started cracking up when he uses the hanger to zip up the back of his the back of his suit. But I do want to know how much OxyClean he did use to get all of the
unbelievable
all the blood out. But so you're introduced to a new character, the pale girl. They kind of play along that. They play on it that she was one of his first victims at Terrifier. Terrifier is now the amusement park where supposedly all this started. The where a madman ended up killing kids, who's obviously Art, and that's what kind of people were kind of playing on, that she was his first victim, or one of the first, or one of them.
Mm-hmm.
But she appears to be she can't be seen by mortals, us normies. So she's obviously some sort of medium with art and is able to bring him back to life. And you don't know who or what or where it is. So, she just accompanies art through just absolute mayhem. And you think there's no way you could top the death in the other one, the girl hanging upside down. Oh man, they do. They top it. Gosh,
oh my God,
what was I'm trying to think of her name.
Yeah, real quick. Here's that photo. Nah.
Cool. Oh, they look like they're having fun.
I finally took my grandparents to see Terrifier 3.
That is
hope they will be okay.
Awesome.
Jesus Christ.
The grandma, I don't think she's so sure right now, but Grandpa's feeling
like,
it.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah. I don't know why that reminds me of your grandpa.
Yeah, he would be like,
let's go see it.
Yeah, fuck it.
But one of the craziest scenes, and it's the bedroom scene. It's well known.
Oh, yeah.
The bedroom, Allie's death. Oh my God! Like,
damn,
took prosthetics to the next level. It just keeps going and going and going, and then finally you just think it's done. No, he keeps going and going, and to the point to where I was like, I'm exhausted after watching this part. Like, that took a lot out of me. Like, oh my God. And yeah, I mean, that was him just.
And I wanna give a hand to David Leone for casting all these women, man.
Yes, yeah.
Because I tell you what, not one is bad looking.
no, they're all very beautiful women. Man, but it is Brooke got it bad too. There's so many, the creativity. That's where I just want to talk to Damien for a second. Like, where do you come up with this? Like where are you coming up with these?
This? Do you talk to people?
Yeah.
Like, do you see a therapist? Because anybody who comes up with this kind of shit should be seeing a therapist.
Brandon,
seriously.
Wait till you see the third one. Wait until you see the third one. We won't dip into the third one. We could do that later on. Because a lot of people haven't seen it. But, man, even the third one, there is, I'll just tell you 3 items involved. Obviously, the person. A tube, about a 2.5-foot tube, about that big, and rats, and a lighter to force the rats.
Oh, well, this is a mafia technique.
It is?
Yeah, they did. I think it's the mafia or the cartel.
Oh, no. Yeah, they don't use it on the stomach.
Yes, that's what they do.
No, in Terrifier 3.
Oh, okay, I got you. Oh.
Not the butt.
Oh. Never mind. I don't want to see
it.
Yeah.
I knew from your face, I was like, I need to clarify this right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, Terrifier 2, that was another one that was off the walls. He gave the fans their return. That was dividends right there. Like, all right, you guys invested in this. We're going all out. And what's so funny, not funny, what's odd, what he has, what Art the Clown has, he's able to get close and seem non-threatening and almost make friends with you. And you're giggling.
Yeah. I'm sure if you're a nice person to him, he'd probably be all right.
No,
you know?
No, they clarified that in the third one. No. No, you just
like remember when kids came over to trick or treating.
Yes.
They're like taking the candy out of fucking what's her name's mom's head.
Yes.
Or no, that was all Hallows Eve, wasn't it?
No, that was Terrifier
no,
too.
it was Terrifier. That was Terrifier.
It was Allie's
and,
mom.
The dude grabbed, or the one kid grabbed like a handful, and he's like, "No, one."
Yeah, one.
Like he's one.
Yeah, that's what's so funny. Like he's funny. There's a scene, Brandon. There's a really messed up scene in the third one, and Is
there a messed up scene in like? Is there not a messed up scene?
This dude, like, they reach certain levels. They really push it in Terrifier. I can't believe of all of them, this is the one that gets to the movies. Honestly, but there's a scene where he's just like, you shouldn't be doing that. And he does that to someone, and it's like, oh boy. But no, like he's just able to get close to you. He seems non-threatening. He giggles. He tries to make you laugh. He's honking his horn, whoa, whoa, whoa. And you're just either just like you're off put by him, like even what was the girl in the first one sitting in Dawn, taking pictures and selfies with him, like, oh, he's so funny, blah blah blah. Yeah. And Tara is just like, I want nothing to do with this guy. He is freaking me out, but he's just able to get close to people and just seem non-threatening. And then even if for example, there's a scene in the third one, things are going great, things are fine. And he initiates it, like, no, I'm gonna do something to upset you, just so I can turn some things around real quick. And yeah, like there's just not that. There's no other horror movie icon that can do that. That can just walk up to you and be completely fine for a while, for a little bit there.
Oh no, for sure.
Yeah.
But like you said, he's not that. I mean, he looks threatening, but at first glance, he seems like he's always not.
Yeah.
Like even when when they arrive to that fucking pizza place or whatever, and he's just sitting there, right?
Yeah.
He's just fucking with his hands on his chin. And he's just like, hey, he's trying to get their attention, and yeah. So it's like you're like, oh, okay, whatever.
The second one with the sunglasses.
Yeah.
In the horror store.
Yeah.
Which is cool because I never noticed it. I watched Terrifier again the other day just to get, ready for this. And the radio commercial is for that Halloween store.
Oh,
yeah, when they're in the car. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, dude, there was a scene in there where she's like, "Oh, I forgot my wallet." And all of a sudden, boom, Art puts her bag, or I forgot my bag downstairs. All of a sudden, boom, Art puts the bag on the counter and walks away. I was like, "Ooh, that was nuts!" Like that was creepy. But yeah, like Art is different. So compared to everyone, like how you and I were talking about tension, like Michael Myers, he's almost more effective lurking in the shadows where you're not sure where he's at or he's in the background. Art is completely different when it comes to that. It's when he's there and you're like, when is this going to turn south? When is this going to turn? It's going to. When? It's just when.
Yeah.
And so tension, at first like, he, that's funny. Okay, when's it going to happen? Like holy shit. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking wild. But I mean, we've said this before in a past episode when we brought up Art. You gotta enjoy these type of movies
to see it. Yeah,
it's not for everybody.
This is
obviously people are walking out, fucking leaving and whatnot. But if you enjoy it, you're gonna get a kick out of it.
Yeah,
you're gonna enjoy it.
Right.
So
I know I've been talking.
Like, oh, dude, you didn't think that was messed up? I go, I mean, it is, but it doesn't bother me.
Yeah, I can separate it.
I have such a strong stomach that it does not bother me. And I think partially because I know it's a movie. Like, in my head, I'm like, nah, it's a movie. It's fake.
Right.
So, it's just how it is. But also, I've been to war. I've gutted animals. Maybe that's just not... It doesn't bother me.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You've been desensitized, if that makes sense.
It does. I mean, some of them like, damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
But
yeah. There was you know what's funny? The third one, and this isn't going to spoil anything for you, Brandon. Is our survival episode? They're like, hey, would you
Yeah.
survive Art the Clown? And I was like, why would you want to?
Mm.
The third one deals with that.
Oh, no way.
Yes, like it's like the effects, that they've all went through is sticking around. It's 5 years after.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, yup, and it
Okay.
is just it's brutal. And again, everything gets Tarantino at the beginning for the third one, where you go to when Terrifier 3 is happening, and it might be the end of Terrifier, like after the events of Terrifier. I don't know. It's somewhere in Terrifier 3. Then it's like 5 years before, and all this stuff happens. 5 years later, and all this stuff happens, and so yeah, Tarantino's for a little bit, and then we get to the present day. But man, some of the stuff he does in this is absolutely diabolical. There was a couple times I was like, it did cross the line for me twice. I would say I was like, oof, okay, I'm gonna take a couple steps back. Let's take 2 steps back and 1 step forward, because I was like, okay, let's shake that off real quick. Like, wow. Yeah, but it didn't take me fully out of the movie. I will understand. If I'm on a first date with someone, maybe, like I said, I was married, and I'd be like, no, I don't want her to see this at all. Like,
I would not take anybody to see this type of movie.
right. So it's just
because
like
I said, it don't bother me, but
it's
sure
not
in
for
the hell
everyone.
fucking probably bothers you.
Yeah,
so.
I was talking. My uncle grew up on slashers and everything, and my aunt, I'm like, there's no, like, they watch everything together, and I was like, my uncle will probably never see this movie because that's not what my aunt's into. You know what I mean? That's not what my aunt's into. And I was just like, yeah.
Well, that's the thing where you just do it yourself, because like my wife's not into that stuff, but I watched them.
Yeah.
So you just gotta, it's on your own.
Yeah. I got this side of me. I got this demon in me. Yes, you have semen in you. What? Oh, I thought you said semen. Demon. Hangover 2.
Yeah.
But
what?
Yeah. But you have semen in you too. Oh God. But where do you think, like, man, what I thought, I asked this in a couple of groups. With Terrifier 3, I mean, it's breaking into the mainstream now. They did say they're going to do a 4 or 5. A 4, he wants to do 4. He just wants the full story told. And he said if he can't tell all the stories in 4, or tell the full story in 4, he'll go and do a 5th one. He's not going to let up. Well, actually, after the 3rd one, I don't know how much further you can go. But, like, when he officially retires this thing, let's say within the next 5-6 years, and, all right, he's done with Art the Clown. He's not going to let up at all. I'm assuming Art the Clown is here to stay. Dude, he's at Spirit Halloween now. He's here. He's going to be here for a while.
100%.
Do you think he would eventually sell to a studio and the studio water it down to a hard R?
God.
Or
damn, dude.
Do you think he would dig his heels in and go, no, this is mine?
I hope he doesn't, just because this is its own thing.
Right.
Like, there's no one like Art the Clown.
No
one.
He
it's
is
just how that is, and I hope that stays like that. I can definitely see them doing it, though, unfortunately. Selling and
I think I see him digging his heels in for some reason. I
hope he really does. I hope he
for
does.
what he's made, I don't think he's gonna let it be bastardized at all. Like, no. And you're always gonna have
he's
that.
Gonna make money forever now.
Yeah, he's here.
Right? I mean, just show you how number 3 got so big, and that's just been out for a week.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's gonna get tons of money off this. 4 is gonna be probably the same, if not double. Mm-hmm. So I mean, it's gonna go up.
Yeah.
You're gonna see Yeah, you're gonna see a lot.
Yeah, and I do like. We didn't mention in the second one, Sienna is introduced, and she's not just a damsel in distress. She's almost like a.
No.
It's almost like he's approaching it like a Wonder Woman. Like you don't know your purpose, but it's there. You get what I'm saying? Like there's supernatural elements to this, and it appears that Sienna is the complete opposite of Art the Clown, and she's
She's the angel, right?
she's gonna battle Art until one of
Yeah.
them are pieced out.
Well, I think I got some of the movies mixed up, but her dad was the one who committed suicide, right?
He had a brain tumor.
Or he
And
that's
he
right. He
crashed his
died of a
car.
brain tumor. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, he started.
tree,
he
dude.
started going crazy, and
That's
a lot
right.
of his drawings, I think, was like Art
And
the
all his
Clown
drawings had similar to what Art looked like,
and his victims.
some like demonish type
Yeah.
portray, right?
Yes, and they touch on this in the third one, and it's no spoiler. They touch on it. They
Yeah.
go back
Okay.
and show Sienna talking to the dad in the
Yeah.
first one,
Well, it's actually funny because
or in the third one. Sorry.
remember she had that dream where she was on was she on, not her on fire, but something was on fire.
It
What
was the
on fire?
clown cafe. It was the
Yeah,
woman,
and then she woke up
and her wings were on
that
fire.
her outfit was on fire.
Yeah.
Dude, that's like a scene from Freddy,
Yes.
fucking Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yes.
That, almost identical type of scene.
How it kind of reaches into the reality.
Yeah.
I'm glad
So,
you said that.
like-
Go ahead.
I thought the same right when I seen it. I was like, dude, that's like Nightmare on Elm Street. I go, I wonder if he is some type of like demon,
Yeah.
because it makes sense with the Ninth Circle too. When everything wraps up, in Ninth Circle being
In hell.
the last circle of Dante's Inferno.
Yes.
Demons, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like he is kind of some type of demon.
Yeah, I think so too, and that echo is really evident. And someone brought this up, and Brandon, if we can short this would be cool, because a lot of people aren't talking about this. So, obviously, Terrifier 1, 2, and 3, they, Art's through it all. In the first one, if you notice, and I got the pictures. In the first one, if you notice, when he's getting ready for the night or to go out, he's physically
his bag of goodies.
yeah, he's physically putting makeup on.
Oh, his makeup on.
Yes,
yeah.
he's putting makeup on. So I'm assuming he's a person.
Disfigured.
He's a person.
Oh, I thought he was disfigured.
You're right. Well, he might be, but get this. So he's
I thought he was just like some type of like monster, and he's just kind of.
I don't know. I think he's a person because he's applying makeup. All right. And then in the second one, he's killed at the end of the first one. Or he commits suicide at the end. Fuck.
He kills
Yeah, he kills himself at the end of the first one because he has no way out. He has no way out. And so he's resurrected, and all of a sudden the pale girl shows up. Now, he has full makeup on. He doesn't adjust it at all. And he has a human head. Human ears. They're covered by the costume. He has a human figure, right? Well, spoiler warning if you haven't seen the second one. After the second one, he's killed. He's beheaded, right? And the pale girl takes his head and just goes back into the Terrifier, where we know is a portal to hell, because Sienna had gone there. So, did I say Sienna? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I was like, did I just say Sierra? So now, the head, Vicky, who's in a mental institution, gives birth to the head of Art the Clown.
Right. The fucking like.
But
what the fuck?
yeah,
just happened?
but when you see his head, he now is solid white. There's no cutoff, and he has no ears. He's deformed. He looks like Art the Clown is now. It's not makeup. It's a
He's
hole.
like whole.
Yeah. So he's
Yeah.
he's obviously supernatural and somewhat of a demon now, and it's very evident if you pay close enough attention to the beginning of the first one, beginning of the second, beginning of the third. He's evolving, and each time he gets resurrected, and I was like, "Huh, I have not seen anyone pull that, bring that up at all."
If you really want to look at it like that, you could say he's evolved from the Ninth Circle on.
Yeah.
Because every fucking movie he's in, he's different.
Right.
Right.
Well, the big thing was the mediums. Like, okay, the pale-headed girl was a medium. She was, Art was defeated under her watch, so she retreated. And then Art comes back into the world through Vicky. And it's no surprise. Vicky was possessed with the yellow eye. Now she's the medium for Art. So everyone was like, well, why didn't you have one in the first one? I was like, I think he was human. Because he was applying the makeup,
Okay.
Maybe. And I could be way wrong. So
I see where you're going, though.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah. So the further we get, the more supernatural it gets. But Sienna, I think, is going to be awesome in the fourth one. I think she's going to fucking bring it. So. But yeah, what would you say is your favorite, might as well get into this. What's your favorite kill of the entire series? Or one that you're just like, dude. Like,
all of them.
Yeah.
He likes to behead a lot, don't he?
Somewhat.
Yeah, I feel like he likes to.
It's just pure dismemberment. just dismembering.
God, dude, some of them are pretty wicked. I don't know. I'd have to watch them all again. I haven't watched the first one in about 4 years, and the second one I watched last year. I'd have to rewatch it again.
One that I really felt in after the third one, I was like, oh man, that was bad. Was her friend Brooke, Sienna's friend Brooke, in the second one when she gets chased.
When she walked in,
when she gets chased into the Terrifier.
Oh, okay.
And
yes,
homeboy has the acid. I was like, oh my!
He's like walking up with it behind his back.
Yeah, and he's got the what was it? A piano leg with like knives and
fucking
forks
nails
in
and
it.
a fork. He had a fucking fork through there,
dude. And he implodes her chest. Like, I was like, that was pure hatred. That was so evil. That was bad. That was bad. That one, I feel like that one gets slept on a lot because of the other ones where, the hanging upside down. Then you have, the bedroom scene with Allie in the second one, and I don't want to spoil anything for the third one for you, but the third one has. There's one that doesn't get talked about a lot, and it's I guess you could call it a degloving. And that one, I was like, wow, I feel that kill really gets slept on it, because there's a couple other ones that are like, a lot of people talked about it, like, oh, what scene matches the bedroom scene and the upside down scene, and a lot of people are attaching it to the, to these couple other scenes, and I'm like, man, that other one was pretty brutal. I wouldn't want to go through that, but yeah. Whew. One thing you mind if I tell you a couple man, what is the word I'm looking for? It is trapped in my head right now. Dear God, what did Stan Lee used to do to all of his movies? He would appear in them all cameos. God bless Jesus. Good God. But you mind if I spoil a couple cameos for you?
That's fine. I don't care.
Clint Howard is in it at the bar.
No way.
Yes. And one that is my favorite, Tom Savini, the practical effects guy from the 80s that worked on Jason movies and stuff. Come on, Sex Machine. He was Sex Machine and From Dusk Till Dawn. Yeah. He was being interviewed during the news, and I was like, oh my God, like, dude, he looked a lot older, but I was like, hey, that's him, and it ended up being him. I thought it was the coolest thing in the world.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice,
But
nice.
one part I was looking at, and I'm trying to find the damn guy's name. But Damien was being interviewed. Yeah, oh my gosh, there's quite a few. Damien was being interviewed, and you're like, the third one, like, how you guys keep upping the ante? And Damien was actually the guy who did all the prosthetics in
Oh, no way.
the first. Yeah, I was like, that is really
Yeah,
cool.
he needs to go talk to someone.
Yeah, I know.
Seriously.
And
no, it should look like this.
yeah, and so he was like, it was kind of a bummer because it would always take me back from. It would always distract me for directing and everything. And he went back and he goes, this one was a lot better because I got a really big guy. I think it was Jason Baker. I'm looking through them all now. But it was the guy who did No Country for Old Men and The Black Phone, all this other stuff. Gosh, I'm like looking through.
Yeah.
But yeah, he did. Gosh, Kyle Roberts. I forgot the guy's name, and I'll find him. But yeah, he was able to hire, quite a few guys to, take over. And man, they do a really good job on this one. Real good.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Yeah, it was cool. I'll find the name. I mean, no disrespect to anybody, but coming. God. Yeah, but yeah. So we're moving on up somehow, and I'm gonna credit Art the Clown, and how his appeal that David Howard Thornton brings is breaking into against all odds, breaking into the mainstream. There's nothing going.
Oh, dude, he opened so many freaking doors for him.
Yeah, and it's what's crazy, and I don't know if he means to do this because I was watching this thing. Is he was clearly aware. He goes, I'm aware people are going to compare this to Pennywise. Mm-hmm. When you do a clown or a killer clown, that's the clown it's always going to go to. And a guy broke it down. He goes, if you put them side by side, Pennywise has curved features. Art has edged square features. Pennywise is colorful. Art is just black and white. And, they did it like that. And I was like, oh, that's pretty interesting.
Kind of the opposite.
Yeah. And there's so many things in this movie where these movies where he reminds me of these horror icons. He has a charisma of Freddy. He's silent like Michael. He almost does the thing like Michael. I can't remember the word to where like his features don't resemble what his actions are. Leatherface, you'll see why. But
well, I already seen a photo of it. So
yeah, Psycho. There's just like everything he does. I'm like, it's like a shout out back.
A little bit of everything.
All the horror icons, but dude, it's crazy. Like a lot of people are arguing, like he's not an icon. I'm like, he is.
He will be.
He's here to stay.
You could say it right now.
Yeah,
just because not a lot of people know of him, but they're going to.
Yeah, yeah, and like I'm fully aware of what I'm watching when we come into this, and honestly, the movies aren't that bad. I actually enjoy. I dig the story right now. It's different. I like that it's just not a damsel.
And that might be it too, right? It's different from what we're used to.
Yeah,
it doesn't have a lot of like the jump scare aspects or anything like that. It's just a fucking.
Well, how it's shaped, it reminds me. It reminds me of a Nightmare on Elm Street, like a Dream Warrior,
action horror,
like a Dream Warrior. Like no, they're like this chick can stand her ground, and she's gonna fight back, and she does. Man, damn, man. The second one, the second and the third one. But yeah, like it's a different storyline. I enjoy the story. But yeah, I mean, right now the roots of it, what it's known for, it's going to be the practical effects score.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And
for sure.
Yeah. I'll enjoy it. I'll enjoy it in the confines of my own house. There is a shirt. I sat there. I was watching an interview with David Howard Thornton, and I was like, I think I need that shirt. And Batman: The Killing Joke, that famous Joker picture where he's holding his head and he has his hair in his hands and
Oh,
ha
yeah.
ha 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 ha. Well, it's art in that same pose, and behind him it says honk 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 honk, and it's based off
Nice.
of a Killing Joke. I was like, kind of need that shirt. That shirt's pretty cool. I don't know when I'd ever wear it.
Nice.
Maybe a keepsake. I don't know. But
Nah, you can wear that shit out there. Yeah,
yeah,
it's fine.
yeah, maybe around
Dude,
Halloween.
probably a lot of people don't even get it.
Yeah, you know what's,
do.
dude? You know what's crazy? Before we wrap this up, I don't know what it is. When was the first time you saw your first horror movie, or you were allowed to watch your first horror movie?
Damn, dude. Child's Play. That was the first horror movie I think I. No, hold on. That was the first one I seen in theaters. Is that right?
How old were you think?
9, 10.
Yeah, see, you're up there, and it's not that bad, dude. There were pictures. I didn't get to see Halloween till I was 10, under my parents' blessings. My grandma let me watch Friday the 13th Part 2 when my parents weren't around, and we got caught. My parents were so mad. Oh, they were so mad. I was probably 7. Oh, my parents were furious. And dude, there's people posting. I'll never understand this. Posting pictures of like, he's 15 months old. You think he likes Terrifier? And shows like the child watching Terrifier.
I'm like, that fucking point. They don't even know. They don't know that shit.
Oh my god! But to see it though, good Jesus God, like, it's like, why would you even let the kid watch it? Like, dude, I'm sitting here. I was like, if my daughter wanted to watch Terrifier, I'd make her wait till like 25. Like, I was like, I can't imagine sitting there, her being 10 years old. Like, yeah, let's watch this chick get sawed in half. It's just crazy. I don't know. It's crazy to me thinking like, oh yeah.
Okay, so I had to go look it up because I'm like, dude, the Child's Play movies came out early 90s, man. There's no way I would have seen it. I seen Bride of Chucky in theaters.
Oh.
That would have meant I was 12.
12.
But,
yeah.
Yeah. But I remember watching like Child's Play.
Yeah.
My aunt showed me Halloween, like seriously, when I was probably around 8, 9 years old.
Oof. Remember how
I let
freaking
my kids
scary they were.
Young, or like my kids watch it years ago.
Yeah,
my daughter's 10, so she was probably 7 years old when she first watched it.
Yeah, yeah, but there's not much.
Actually, I got a photo of my son watching it on his little Mickey Mouse couch. He was probably 5 years old, dude.
Dang.
I think it's time to show him Michael Myers.
No.
Dude, yeah. So, I mean, I showed them early.
I will never forget.
You know what? They like that kind of shit. They're like me.
Yeah.
They love horror movies.
Yeah.
They always want to see shit. They wanted to go to the haunted house last week. So we went.
Hell
It's
yeah.
like they love that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Dude, when I was pulling everything up for this movie, or for this episode, Emmy walked up and she goes, "What is that?" and pointed. It was art. I was like, "Oh, nothing." I was like, "Don't look at this right now." I was like, "Way too young for this one, kiddo." Like, not yet. Not yet. Yeah, let's go watch Halloween real quick.
Let's go start you off something.
Yeah. This is way too hard for you, little one. Like Marv when he knocks out in Sin City when he knocks. I don't want you to see this kid. It'll give you nightmares.
Yeah.
That's how I felt.
Yeah, that's a movie. I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
That's a great movie.
That's a good movie. Yeah.
So you have anything to add on with Terrifier?
Nah, we pretty much covered all the little things.
Yeah, dude. When you see Terrifier 3, we'll do a talk through. I just don't want to spoil anything for you.
No, that's fine. I mean, who knows? I might go see it just one day, half day it or something.
There you go. Yeah, dude. I would recommend seeing it in the theater because there's a couple scenes. Like I said, that chainsaw scene is so intense and loud. I was like, whoa. So
was it louder than the Batman?
Well,
that's the loudest movie I've ever seen.
The loudest movie I've ever seen was Man of Steel with you. Man of Steel when they were
the
in
opening scene?
when they were in Smallville, and the planes all crashing no, it was
I thought it was the opening scene on Krypton.
that was loud too. There was quite a few scenes in there.
Dude, I don't know. Like when I seen fucking the Batman, I was like, dude, this is ridiculous loud. I'm fucking half deaf, dude.
Yeah.
It's like, holy shit.
Yeah. Damn.
But okay. No, that's it. I think that's all.
All right. Cool. All right. Well, check us out on X, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and all podcast platforms. Like, share, subscribe. I mentioned it on one of our socials, Facebook, that after the Halloween episodes, we're going to slow up a little bit, get everything ready for the video, and see if that starts catching on some more moves. But the more you guys like and share, the better it is for us to keep things moving. We are going to release shorts through that time. If we can squeeze an episode or two in, we'll do that. But we're going to focus on getting everything lined up for video, and I'm actually super pumped for that. I'm excited for that. And so
yeah, I was just actually telling Ryan before this that I've been looking on Twitch and stuff, and I'm not sure 100% how it's going to work, but we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Yep, you guys can see our ugly mugs, and we talk about designing a couple set pieces. That'd be pretty cool. Looking forward to that. And we'll get things ramped up, and we'll focus on getting things released in a more orderly fashion. Life gets in the way, but that's what we signed up for. That's our responsibilities, but we'll get content out when we can.
Yeah, for sure. Alrighty, till next time. My
Oh man, we didn't even talk about the Ice 9 kills.
Oh no, that's right.
Yeah. We're gonna Tarantino it real quick.
Wayne's World it.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you see did you see the video?
I have not seen the video yet.
No way. You know what?
I've heard the song 69 times though.
Yeah, you know what? We'll end the episode right here. We can do a reaction sometime over the weekend.
Okay.
Wanna do that?
That's fine. Yeah.
Cool. All right, now we're gonna go back to ending it.
Yeah. Till next time, my friends.
See you later.